One of Western Canada's most distinguished long-distance runners, Carey Nelson's athletic career began in his native Saskatoon. It would eventually take him around the world as a competitor in several international track and field cross-country championships, including the Olympic Games.
I started out running 1,500 meters and 3,000 meters, and that was part of the high school program as well. And as I progressed and aged in my running, then I started moving up in distance to the 5,000 meter, and then the 10,000 meter, and then eventually, I sort of bared down, increased my training, increased the distance. I was running up to 120 miles a week, and building up my endurance, and then going towards my big goal in 1996, running the Olympic marathon in Atlanta.
Nelson enjoyed his first victories running for Bedford Road Collegiate in Saskatoon, winning the provincial high school 1,500 meter and 3,000 meter events. In his senior year, he established provincial records at both distances and became the first athlete in Saskatchewan to run the 1,500 meters in under 4 minutes.
At the time, there was these different barriers or milestones that people, would be shooting for in high school, and one of them was like the 2-minute 800, and another one was the 1,500, and I saw there was the record, and I wanted to get it, and I guess I was younger, I was cocky, and I said, I'm going to go for that record, and I just went for it, and I ran, and I didn't have any doubts in my mind that I was going to do it, and I just went for it, and it happened.
Nelson continued middle distance running with the Vikes at the University of Victoria. In 2 years, he won 3 bronze medals and 1 silver at CIAU events. He also had his first taste of international success, winning a silver medal in the 1,500 meters at the World University Games in 1986.
My ultimate goal was to go to the Olympics, and I wanted to follow more the Canadian program and get onto the national teams. And University of Victoria, they had a national middle distance training center there, and so I kind of just migrated out to Victoria at that time.
After completing university, Nelson continued to compete, running for Canada at several different international competitions. In the 5,000 meters, he ran to a 4th place finish at the 1987 Pan Am Games, a 15th place showing at the 87 World Track and Field Championships, and a 42nd place finish at the 88 Olympic Games in Seoul, South Korea.
My first Olympic Games, 1988, and that I qualified in the 5,000 meters. And so, I had met part of my dream. My dream was to going to the Olympics, and I was quite excited about it. So I had ran the 88 Olympics.
Following the 1988 Olympics, Nelson turned his attention to longer distances. By 1990, he ran to a 9th place finish at the Commonwealth Games, this time in the 10,000 meter event. That same year, Carey was the winner of the Toronto International Marathon. The following year, he finished first at the Houston Tenneco Marathon with a time of 2 hours, 12 minutes, and 28 seconds. Nelson was again part of Team Canada at the 94 Commonwealth Games, this time running to a 7th place finish in the marathon. He returned to the Olympic Games one last time in 1996 in Atlanta. In what was essentially his last competitive race, Nelson finished in 2 hours, 19 minutes, 39 seconds, good for 35th place. He was able to take part in the Games' closing ceremonies, a fitting end for his lifetime of competition.
And in the last 6K of the race, I passed a whole bunch of people. I passed about 50 people, and I, caught some of the other guys on my team. It was really a good race for me. It was like the crowning, achievement of my life at the time.
Nelson remains active in the sport as a coach and volunteer. He currently resides in Vancouver, BC, where he has served as race director for the Vancouver International Marathon.
Getting inducted into the Saskatchewan Sports Hall of Fame, I think I look at it, and especially now at this age and point in my life, and I do coach people to run marathons and half marathons, and I see how happy they are to do that. And I think back of all the whole system that's out there, and all the people who are volunteering and helping, and my parents and my friends and my family, and it's an opportunity for me to say thank you, because you don't really, when you're competing and it's all about me and all about achieving the goal, and you're laser focused, and you don't let anything around in your life get in your way. You're 100% focused. You imagine yourself achieving that, and there's nothing that can stop you from doing it. You don't stop to say